You're watching Star Wars Weekly Live Chat with The Force is with Jesse. The Force is with you, always.
Y'all ready for this?
Yep.
Before I start, if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. This is the way.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Boy, what an episode that was. That was creme de la creme. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad there's people already hanging out here waiting for me to start. That's the best thing ever. So just to preface, like, I'm going to be talking spoilers, and I don't know where to start. That was just a action-packed episode. So much going on. You may notice that I'm not in my Star Wars room. I am actually just house sitting for my sister at the moment. So, yeah, I'm just hanging out in her living room while they're away. A really nice, relaxing day today. So I'm excited to be sitting down and chatting about Book of Boba Fett. Or as it turns out, this is like maybe the sort of between of season 2 and 3 of The Mandalorian, because that was pretty much a episode of The Mandalorian. Let's just go straight to it. Yeah, picking up where Din Djarin left off. He's jumped back into the bounty hunting game, trying to track down his covert, or the former covert. We haven't seen him since season 1, so you got to remember that he's been through some stuff since then. That was, chapter 3, since it was the last one that we saw Paz Vizsla, and they're calling him that by name. And the Armorer, who we haven't seen since the finale of season 1. So, absolutely blown away. I'm so excited to see some of these characters come back and just get a little taste of where we're going to be going with Mando season 3. So, 2 episodes of Book of Boba Fett left. It's all coming to a head. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, I can't wait. So I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone thinks of this episode. I don't know why you wouldn't like it. It felt like just a natural flow on from season 2 of Mandalorian, and then straight into this, just catching up with where he left off. Absolutely remarkable stuff. Absolutely fantastic. And I apologize, the lighting isn't that great in here, so I hope it's coming up okay. I've got every light in the room turned on, but could just be my the webcam that's just sort of balancing the light and the dark. So I hope everyone can hear me all right. It's a bit weird. I feel a little bit weird with no toys behind me, but it's all right. We've got Fallen Jedi's in the house. Thank you, my friend. I know it's late where you are. Ed5, hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're going to stay away and not get spoiled. My dear friend, Palpatine 1975, thank you for coming and watching. I appreciate that. Red Qual's here too. Awesome. Wow, they knocked it out of the park on that one. And hello there. Some hellos. Mike Reed's in the house. Linda's in the house. Hope you're doing well, guys. Rolando is here. Dude, happy Australia Day. Lots of hellos going on. That was the episode we all deserved, but also the one we need. I 100% agree with you there. Like, that just, I don't know, it really cements the Book of Boba Fett is in the same world as Mandalorian, where it's up until now, Book of Boba Fett has felt very much, I guess it's because we're not traveling much with Boba. Like, it's in a town. He's in Mos Espa. He's not really moving. He's visited Mos Eisley, staying on Tatooine. So yeah, to sort of go out beyond and just sort of see more of the universe, it just not only cements Boba Fett in that world, but also makes it feel bigger coming into more Boba Fett. And I just want to say this sort of space station ring that is very reminiscent of lots of things. It's that whole sort of ring city, that sort of I don't know, that just blew me away. I love that about Star Wars. I love what they're doing with things like that. the first instance that I think of something like that was the Ring of Kafrene from the start of Rogue One. And then things like, Jeddah, and then this place, like straight out of like Clone Wars animation. Oh man, there's so much to talk about in this episode. We've got prequels, we've got a little Jedi Fallen Order tie-in potentially. It's the droids are like microwaves, but there's a BD unit running around like on screen in live action, man. Like, oh my god, I'm honestly gobsmacked. So I hope everyone watching tonight can help keep me on track a little bit before I just gush about everything in no particular order. I think the last few episodes are going to leave us with what we wanted. I think so too. I'm at work and I haven't seen it yet. Oh, stop watching me. Wait till you get home. Great episode of The Mandalorian. Oops, I mean Book of Boba Fett. Absolutely. It was to sort of pull it all back into the Boba Fett universe as well. Right at the end was just really nicely done. It was an absolute no-brainer. We know that. It's just ridiculously good. Just ridiculously good. Hey Mark, how you doing, mate? Thank you for tuning in. Just got done watching episode 5 of Book of Bobalorian. But yeah, so I will try and make my way through the episode, but it's like my brain just needs to defrag a little bit. So yeah, it's fantastic. Bryce Dallas Howard, she has directed some of my favorite episodes of The Mandalorian, and she did this one, and she did absolutely remarkable job. But yeah, sort of seeing some real worldly places sort of made it feel a bit, grounded as well, with, Mando basically starting off walking into a butcher's, basically an abattoir, a meat processing district, I guess, and basically just taking out a bunch of Klatooinian butchers with the Darksaber, and that was just insane, like he didn't hold back and he just cut the dude in half. He said, bring you in warm, bring you in cold, and he took his head in cold. I assume the rest was left there for butchering, but that was ridiculous. And then to sort of, there were a couple of shots that I loved where he was in the elevator, and it showed him walking in the elevator, going up, and then coming out on another level, all within one shot. Like, that was really nicely filmed. Really nicely filmed. And sort of seeing a bit of a nightclub sort of up there. You've got, someone wanting to, I don't know, bit of a mob leader up there, I guess, running the seedy underbelly of the nightclub. It was an Ishi Tib alien. That was cool. Blue Ishi Tib. Yeah, I'm still just trying to piece it all together. But yeah, really, really good stuff. I'll be watching this just about every day this week, I reckon. I cannot wait. Hey, Nathan, hope you're doing well, man. This is Din Djarin's appearance was a surprise to be short, but a welcome one. Absolutely. I don't know that I was surprised as much to see him as much as I was surprised it was a full episode, catching him up. I thought eventually he's going to get to Tatooine and, he'll hook up with Boba and we'll see a little bit of interaction between the two. But yeah, we basically got a full episode of The Mandalorian, which just bonkers, absolutely bonkers. The Darksaber lore was a nice expansion, definitely. And looking back at the Night of 1,000 Tears on Mandalore with the TIE bombers just wiping it out, like, what? I just sat through that with my mouth agape. Like, I was like, wow, we're actually going to see this. And, addressing Bo-Katan and the fact that she's not actually the real, by creed, we're having this back and forth where season 1, Din has been very much onto the creed. We go to season 2, he starts to see that there's another way to live as a Mandalorian through Bo-Katan and her crew. And now we're getting him back to the armorer, and he's getting back to this sort of, this sort of cultish mantra. And I guess at the end of the day, he's probably going to have to decide which way he wants to go. But I sort of see him maybe being the one that unites all of Mandalore, like back together, the two different types. And there are more out there, so that's really cool. But yeah, to see, I'm trying to think of the city on Mandalore that we've seen in Clone Wars, the big dome city, to see that completely decimated by the Empire was frightening sort of stuff. Like all those TIE bombers, there were like 100 TIE bombers flying overhead of that city and just completely wiping it out. Like to have that now visually canonized in the TV movie lore, to see Mandalore like that get completely decimated by the Empire was just unbelievable. Like that was just insane. And I look back to the Clone Wars and the Empire taking off. Like if the Palpatine and the Empire would have known that if Mandalore were to rebel against the Empire, there would be a serious threat to them. Mandalore being a system with over 1,000 planets, there's got to be a big, basically big, threat to the Empire, which was obviously the whole motivation with the Empire completely just wiping them out. And you gotta wonder whether Gideon was flying one of those TIEs, whether he was leading that TIE movement, those bombers over top, could have been. But yeah, I don't think we're done with that yet. I think we're going to see more of that Mandalore flashback stuff. I think that was just, really starting to paint that picture in which, it's something I talk about a lot with Star Wars, is that we're giving all this stuff and then, we see little bits here, little bits there, and it really starts to fill in the big picture of things. The K2SO scene reminded me so much of the Terminator Future War stuff. I could not see it that way, man. Like it looked like, the opening scene of Terminator with, the T-1000 sort of marching through, like T-800. I can't remember. My Terminator lore just generally gets pushed out my brain. So yeah, it's nuts. And the probe droids were like the sort of tanks you sort of see running around, the Skynet tanks. It was crazy. It was incredible. Nuked everything. Basically given up on the series until this episode. I'm glad you didn't give up. Incredible TV. I was expecting to see the continuation of Boba's story. Feels weird to be even slightly disappointed by what I saw tonight. Oh, it's not. I wouldn't be disappointed about it, man, because it's probably going to be. It's probably going to feel like a nice sort of deep breath before we jump into what we get into. And like I said, it's all about pulling this universe together now. We're talking about Ahsoka, getting more casting with Mary Elizabeth Winstead during the week. So that is slowly building into something. We've got, casting for that happening. There's rumors of a Bo-Katan series being greenlit now with Katie Sackhoff due to, it was Ming-Na Wen. She accidentally put out a tweet and quickly removed it, basically congratulating Katie Sackhoff on basically getting a full gig as Bo-Katan, which, that would kind of, that could fill the void of Rangers of the New Republic being finished. But to see, what's his name? Carson Teva in this episode again in the X-Wings with his offside of there, like that was really cool. There's just so much to unpack in this episode. I'm really at a loss for words, so please chime in down below and help me through this thing. It was incredible. Grogu getting Beskar, yes. What do you think it is? I'm thinking they've put together like a little chainmail suit for him. I don't know. Just seeing all the rings, I kind of thought of, has she cast like Beskar rings to then make like, I think of like Frodo with his mithril vest in Lord of the Rings. I just think that yeah, like that would be something that he'd want, just so he can still have his little touch of protection for Grogu without being with him all the time. And I honestly think we'll see them reunite again, and the journeys will continue. And the little bubble on top of the N1 Starfighter, which we will get to, people. Can you imagine Mando flying around N1 Naboo Starfighter with the little dome where the astromech was, but have little Grogu sitting up there? Oh my God. It's just smile from ear to ear, guys. You know, that was me tonight. And if you saw my video earlier today where I announced my 4,500 subscriber contest, I did mention that I was going through a bit of personal crap at the moment. And to have Star Wars coming out every week and being able to come on, hanging out with everyone here in the chat, just eases that a little bit more. I'm doing well, by the way. That's the main point here. Is I'm doing really well. Things are great. I'm looking forward to moving on and getting on with things. But yeah, it's definitely just the stress levels are up high, and yeah, it's nice to sort of just chill out with you folks and come and hang out. And I was really excited to set up that giveaway today. You know, despite everything that's going on in my life, I want to give back to the people that are giving so much to me, in terms of keeping me and my channel going. Like, I'm really driven. I can't wait to just keep going with this thing for as long as I can, because I love it. But we've got a few folks here in the chat as well. The show is a red hot mess. Oh, I think it's good, man. I think right at the end, it's all going to make sense. It's all going to be beautifully pulled together. It's going to just feel right. And then you go back and rewatch it and you go, now I get it. Now that makes sense. The payoff is going to be extraordinary. But I am always the optimist. I'm the positive outlook guy. I'm always optimistic. I look at the good things. I look at what I enjoy. And yeah, this episode just made me so stinking happy. I loved it. Usual Mike's in the house. Hey, did you all enjoy the first episode of season 3 of The Mandalorian? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Spartan Fix was great. Hello from Mexico. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. Carson is the man. He absolutely is. What a guy. I was going to finish the series regardless, but now I'm actually excited to see what follows. I want some action scenes, man. Like, I want Mando and Boba flying around in jetpacks and taking out pikes and doing what they do. Just being badass armored dudes with jetpacks. Just give us some cool crap, you know. It's I'm just over the moon. Yeah, definitely on a high. Mudhorn shoulder armor. Ooh, I do like that idea. Didn't really look big enough for chainmail. Possibly not. But I like that he was holding the little satchel that whatever it is was wrapped in, and it was almost like he looked at it as if it was Baby Yoda's head, like it was the ball and then the two knots for the ears. It was like, yeah, he's looking at that like, yeah, okay. But my other thing I thought was maybe it's like parts for a lightsaber hilt. Imagine that, like, and a little bit on the end to screw the ball onto. Oh, wouldn't that be sweet? Could we see Grogu again this season, and by extension see Han and Luke as well? I definitely think so, man. Absolutely. I think it's a no-brainer. You know, they spent $5 million on the puppet of Baby Yoda, and people want to see Baby Yoda. They will give us Baby Yoda. People are still clamoring for it. There's a lot of merchandise out there that's not selling, but it's selling. But part of what's really driving Star Wars at the moment is Grogu. It's been Star Wars hasn't done it since 1977, and that's basically catching lightning in a bottle, and that's exactly what they've done with Grogu here in this new era of Star Wars. I think, just the Mandalorian does just so well. Oh, Mark, I appreciate that, my friend. Feels like moving forward, all these series are going to weave through each other constantly. Absolutely, man. I think that's the big game plan. 100%. Crossovers, interweaving storylines with all these characters. They've got a big picture in mind, and it's going to involve Grand Admiral Thrawn, let's just say that, which by extension is, building to what is, Snoke and the First Order. I've always said the sequels will become loved in time as those paintings are, the canvas is painted out and filled in, and it's all going to sort of come together. Any of those sort of plot points that they cut out of the movies for time, I'm sure there's this whole studio system where films have to be a certain length, otherwise, just so they can get as many sessions in a theater as they can. And that's part of the problem, is that now with streaming, they don't have those limitations. Like, we just got another 51-minute episode tonight, which is just, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, oh my God, we're on here. We're in for a treat. Whereas that is beneficial over cinema is that, they're trying to push movies for under 2.5, 3 hours tops. And that's for a big epic like the Batman coming out. He's going to be just under 3 hours, but they showed a 4-hour cut. So they've literally had to cut an hour from that movie to get it down to under 3 hours. That is just insane. And to expect someone to tell the story they want to tell when you've got time limits, it makes it really hard. And that's, I don't know, some people can do it, some people can't. But with something as epic as a Star Wars trilogy, it took years for the prequels to become as loved as they are now. Prequels are highly, highly regarded. There's a whole generation of kids that are now adults, like myself, that absolutely love them. There's 7 seasons of the Clone Wars to really fill in some of those details that were missed in the prequels because of those limitations. So we're really starting to get that fulfilling feeling. And like I said, with TV, you can have an hour episode one week, you can have a 35-minute episode the next week. You tell the story, you do it the way you want to do it, it's done, make it happen. That's what I love about it. If we could go and see it in the cinema, that'd be great too. Let's say hellos. Tyler the Nerd 09. Telnet or helmet? I'd like to see Grogu in a helmet. Boba going to ride the Rancor and Mando going to ride the Mythosaur in the last episode. We will all lose our sheer percent. Well, the whole thing about the Mythosaur being, a thing of legend is, there's a reason why that was brought up. And, we're going to see Din, maybe not in this, maybe probably in Mando season 3. So I don't think we're going to get the Mythosaur just yet. Go to season 3. He needs to get into those mines. Now, I think what we're going to find are the Mythosaurs are very much alive, and whatever happened on Mandalore has woken them up from a deep slumber. I don't know. I just get this sort of mythological feeling about the whole thing with, by the Empire, by destroying Mandalore, has awoken something far more terrifying. And I don't know. I like that idea. I think that could be really, really interesting. It's more hellos here. And will Luke train up Mando to use the Darksaber? Oh, can you imagine? Imagine Mando like... Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to think about. Imagine Mando like learning to fight with a lightsaber, the Darksaber. by Luke. Have you been out doing Tython photos? No, I haven't. I have. It's at home. I have it sitting at home, and because I'm down here until Sunday, yeah, I'm down at Hallett Cove, so you know where Hallett Cove is. Being a fellow Adelaidean, so I'm staying down at Hallett Cove at the moment. So I'm not really near where Tython is, but hopefully, maybe Sunday I'll try and get out if the weather permits. I definitely do. I definitely want to get out and do some photos, but yeah, just haven't. Well, you know what's going on, so it's yeah, it has been a little bit challenging at the moment. So I'll try and get there, and I will get it sent up to you very, very soon, and I appreciate that still. Lots more hellos. Will we see Mando again? Absolutely, absolutely. I think Mando season 3. We'll see him go and visit Grogu, and we'll sort of get a little bit of crossover here from where we leave him in this episode, because he basically says at the end, I'll help Boba free of charge, but I need to go see a little friend first. So he's going to go and try and catch up with Grogu wherever he is. I wonder whether Luke... No, we saw Luke walk out, so you don't know how he's going to get that information through Han Solo. Han knows where Luke would be. There's so much potential, isn't there? It's incredible to think about. So much potential for what can happen. But yeah, we'll see Mando again this season. He'll come in and help Fett at the end, definitely. We'll see him back. Love the sequels, warts and all. Yeah, I'm the same. Season 3 is currently underway. Certainly is. They are filming right now, which is super duper exciting. So, I mean, I don't think we're going to get it till next year. So we're not going to get it till 2023, but we have got a lot. We have got a lot. I think we've got Kenobi in May. Rumor is May the 4th. So May the 4th kick off for Kenobi. Then we've got Cassian, and I'm not sure whether Ahsoka is going to be in the middle of this year or early 2023. I'm not sure exactly. Hey, Marco. Oh my God. Yes. We'll have to try and give you a call afterwards to discuss. Oh yeah, we'll be talking. We got a long day tomorrow. Let's save it for tomorrow. Let's just froth about that tomorrow. We might have to watch it a couple of times though. We'll have to just put it on. Oh, it's so good. So good. Just got a message. I saw your message there, Marco. Oh my God, we didn't deserve this. It's like God making it for us. Bryce Dallas Howard, man, she absolutely nailed it. You know, she did, like I said, she did 2 of the best episodes of season 1 and 2. And she absolutely nailed this one. Just give her a series. You know, she's proven capable. Give her some great material. And I don't know, there's no denying Bryce Dallas Howard knows Star Wars. She is up there with, you know, the Filonis and Favreaus as far as I'm concerned. Some of her stuff has been absolutely incredible. And this episode was just, I need to watch it again. So yeah, I'm probably not going to stay here all night. It's been half an hour already. So yeah, I'm going to have to watch it again. I really am. I'm going to have to watch it again. I just can't. I don't know that I can go to sleep tonight having only watched it once. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Oh, just so much happened. I'm just going to rattle some stuff off of my head. It's like a blender at the moment. So Paz Vizsla by name, you know, even him mentioning the fact that he is a descendant of Tar Vizsla, the Mandalorian Jedi. We have the armorer back she's alive and well and setting up shop in this awesome place, this awesome space station city, which is just so good. I love that world building. It just absolutely was. Oh, tell me you all feel the same about that whole city ring. I'm trying to think of the movie that's sort of referencing, but I'm thinking like the end of Interstellar, where it's not supportive on the same scale, but the end of Interstellar when when he finally comes back to the colony. BD droid hanging out with Pelly and the droids. That's so good. Little BD. I wonder if it's the same droid in Cal Kestis. I doubt it, but could it be possible? Are there many of those out and about? I was almost ready to see BD1 hop in the Naboo fighter with him. The Naboo fighter. I know I'd heard rumors about this. I'd heard rumors that he was going to be flying a old Naboo starfighter, but to get all that sort of lore about it too, like it's pre-Empire, so it's off the books. You'd be able to get away with the same sort of stuff you had on the Razor Crest. Let's soup it up. Let's get the Jawas to find some stuff. And the funny thing, I don't know if anyone picked up on this, but that thing that the Jawas brought back for him, the big pole, tell me that was the same same kind of pole that Han and Luke were using to hold up in the trash compactor in A New Hope. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look into that because I'm pretty sure I'd seen that pole before. I've seen that before. And that whole pole that Han and Luke hold up, I reckon that was it. Like, why couldn't that be a piece of discarded space junk in the trash compactor in A New Hope? The Naboo ship was in the Star Wars Eclipse trailer. It was too, yeah. And we're looking at, a couple hundred years before? So, yeah, they're old ships, which is really cool, The reason they were always so polished and shiny in the prequels, like everyone was like, oh, why is everything polished? It was because they were, you get a little bit of lore in this. They were handmade, they weren't made out of crap in the factories, they weren't purpose-built. They were mainly used for ceremony. They wouldn't have been used in battles. They were probably armed in case, but they weren't used on Naboo for battles. They were ceremonial vehicles. And to sort of see that tarp come off and see this piece of junk. And of course, I love that he sort of polished all the yellow off. He buffed all the yellow off just to sort of show that chrome's like, yeah, that's tough. And I did that whole sequence of him flying around through the Boonta Eve racetrack, through Beggar's Canyon, through all that was just, I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I was just smiling like an absolute moron. Just seeing a Naboo ship like Phantom Menace stuff, man. Like it's been, over 3 decades at this point from Phantom Menace. It's crazy. It's crazy. It really is. I have a feeling we've seen the last of the Armorer and Paz. I don't know. I kind of felt like they sort of left it with some unfinished business. Din was sort of saying that, how can, he wanted forgiveness for taking his helmet off. And she explained to him how. So obviously he's going to go and do that and then come back. Can we say that? Maybe not till season 4. Who knows? But I don't know. I don't think they're gone. I'm ready to sort of see Paz Vizsla do a little bit more kicking of ass. But it was cool to see that sort of fight between the two Mandos. And I love what Mando was doing there with him, like just running rings around him, and it made me think of Bruce Wayne in Batman Begins, where he's in amongst all the other ninjas and stuff, and to mark them, he starts cutting them, like ripping their clothes to sort of, but obviously this was just to sort of disarm him, sort of thing, to put him off his game and just hurt him enough that he just sort of can't stand there anymore. But I don't know, it kind of made me think of that. The pole did look like it. Looked to be the same that Han and Luke used. Those Jawas are tenacious. They're cheeky little turds, aren't they? They were hilarious, though. I always like seeing the Jawas. That was really, really cool. Gong Prime, hello. I feel this was a Mando season 3 episode. Absolutely, I loved every second of it. I think most people did. Yeah, really looking forward to seeing what other people thought during the week. Like, it's going to be big. It's going to be a big one. I can't think of anything I didn't enjoy in this episode. It was just like a little bit of humor in Mando filling up the case with all his weapons, like just sitting there, he has to take off everything. That was a really cool moment. The little Greedo kid, the little Rhodian looking over the seat. We've all been there. We've all been sitting on a bus or a train, and the little kids staring at you without their parents being aware. And you do your best to try and ignore them, or you poke your tongue out at them, and then to sort of show them again was Mando was pulling up on the side of them. That was really cool too. So just some good humor, particularly with Pelly being back in it. She's a good character. I really like her sass. I think she's quite funny. She doesn't mean to be hilarious, but she's got a good wit about her. I like her character a lot. She's very just quick and witty, and that was I had a good couple of chuckles with her and in her scene, so it was good. I feel like Mando a badass, and it's a Boba show, so in the finale they fight together. They'll have to make Boba even more of a badass. I agree. I think we're going to see it. I want to, like, we've seen Boba fight with brutality and stuff in The Mandalorian, but he hasn't had the opportunity to do something like that now. Oh, sorry. As he's standing, he hasn't attacked that way. Whereas when he's taking out Imperial soldiers, no sweat about it. But when he's trying to prove himself as a ruler of, a Mos Espa, basically, he's not trying to do it with violence. Even the Hutt said violence is bad for business. War is bad for business. He's not ready for that. But I think we're going to get to that point anyway, because he's going to have to prove it. So we're not going to see any. I think we're going to see some good Boba Fett stuff. Never noticed Jawas had hairy hands. No, I just assumed they wore gloves. Just saw they had their hands sort of wrapped up. But there you go. More Jawa lore that we didn't know before. This is just packed full of information. This episode. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, but that was just so much fun. It's just Star Wars fun, It's, I don't know, when it comes to, I don't know, I love that Star Wars is a part of my life. I love that it continues to be a part of my life, and I'll take everything out of it that I can, that I enjoy. If I don't enjoy something, I will just let it be and take it for what it is and not what it's not. It's the best way to go about it. And to repay Mando in season 3, Fennec and Boba helping him out, and Bo-Katan help him retake Mandalore. Interesting. I'd like to see that. That'd be really cool. Darth Muzzer, what's going on, man? Just finished watching episode 5. Well, that was Wizard. We got Wizard in Mandalorian. How good is that? When she asked how the ship went, and he's just like, Wizard. Yes, I was so stoked. Like, there was just so much in this episode that was just like, wow. You did that. You did this. Oh. Rebel Sabine, what's going on? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Now I have to wait for my Nomad Boba and Fennec Black Series to come in. Oh, yes. We've been waiting for them a long time down in here in Australia. Hopefully they start arriving soon. I would love those figures right about now. It would be perfect time to have them too, given that given the Book of Boba Fett's literally airing. Excuse me. I need a little drink of water. But yeah, I do love coming on here every week and just coming in, just talking about it while it's so fresh. I know it's a bit of a mumble jumble, but I don't care. It's my thing. It's my thing. I'm owning it. I'm owning it. So has anyone got their new Black Series? We got a couple of figure drops the last couple of days. The Republic Commander Boss, which I picked up today, review dropping tomorrow for those playing at home. And the Dathomirian Night Brother figure, which I've seen a few people get. I should be hitting probably Adelaide stores tomorrow, so probably gonna have to go for a little walkie and go and pick that up tomorrow. Hopefully, if the stores in the shopping center I work at have them, so I'll see how it goes. That one can probably wait a couple of weeks if need be, but I probably won't wait because I'm terrible. I'm in Australia too. Nice one. The X-Wing pilot's referring to the new guy. The actor was Luke's double in Mando, I think. Oh, I think you're right. I think you're 100% right. I thought he looked familiar. Okay, I'm going to have to go back. I'll check the credits when I go back and play it again. That's okay. That's cool. I like that. That's really cool. Like, to have an actor on hand like that can play Luke Skywalker but not get much of a credit and then give him a role like this, that's really cool. So I'm glad you picked up on that. If that's true, that's awesome. Filling in so many small details from all those years ago throughout these shows is awesome. I agree 100%. There's a storm rolling in from the west. That sounds like some Tolkien stuff right there. New wave of Black Series just hit New Zealand farmer stores. Oh, nice. Well, Darth Rock will be whizzing around in his motor car. All the other New Zealand crews. That's awesome. Hopefully not too far away for us then. We'll see. Start hitting up those big W's and stuff, guys. Got the Death Watch helmet. Oh, I was checking that out today. It's a nice piece of helmet. Farmers equal Maya. Yeah, because they've got Warehouse 2, which basically is the equivalent of like Big W for us. Do you think we'll see Mando, Fennec, and Boba go to Luke's Jedi Temple and see a Luke Boba thing with each other, but don't trust each other? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to be tied together in any way. I think, if anything, Mandalorian perhaps, but I don't know if Luke's really established his temple this soon. I think he's still early days. Yeah, I think we've still got a few years with Luke before he does the temple thing. Luke will show Mando how to use the Darksaber. That I definitely think. Oh, Ed, you're such a good bloke. I appreciate that, man. Just because, what a guy, what an absolute superstar. You know, mad respect for your brother. Oh, that means a lot to me. What an absolute champion. Oh, thank you for hanging out. I hope I haven't spoiled the episode for you. I assume you just still go and watch it and enjoy it anyway. So I appreciate that big time, man. That's so good. But yeah, we're coming up at 45 minutes. Wow. Imagine Luke came back to Jabba's palace helper. Ooh. Could happen. I feel like Luke's mission right now is bigger than sort of crime on Tatooine, though. That would be cool. Don't get me wrong. I think that'd be awesome to see, like Luke coming back to Tatooine to clean house, basically. But But yeah, I think what Luke's got going on at this point in time is more Force, hardcore Force important stuff. I think that's just what I think. But oh, we got so far. We got 45 minutes, and then we get a troll. Not a troll, but a bot. Go away. You have no power here, Robot the Grey. I don't know. So many good memories coming back to us. Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in over on Facebook tonight. I appreciate that, Sean. The only thing I did not like is no Boba in his own show. It would have been cool if Boba and Fennec both dropped in at the end there. It would have been cool, like, you know, Fennec shows up, you know, maybe comms him up and Boba just... we meet again, Mando. And have the discussion from there. That would have been cool. But soon Boba's like in his back to tank having a bath. Oh no, he doesn't need to anymore. Rock on, dude. And I hope the thing for Grogu is not helmet. I would not like that. I think some kind of chainmail or armor. I think Boba has come full circle. He hates the Empire. Boba's at that point where, you know, we've been really getting to that point of the story the last couple of episodes, is that he doesn't want to work for people that are going to, you know, put his life on the line. He doesn't want to be in that line of work. He's done answering for idiots, so to speak. When he knows he's got the talents to be better than that. I think that's just super important to Boba now. It's you know, getting a one up, but then does he become the very thing that he seeks to get on top of, and then ends up, I don't know, hiring bounty hunters himself? Who knows? We're going to find out. Darth Mazzardi got picked up Boss, Night Brother, K2SO, Bodhi, TVC IG-11, Palpatine, and Tebow. It's been a good week. Nice one, man. That is a good week. Yeah, hopefully get that Night Brother very, very soon. But yeah, just again, my 4,500 subscriber contest. Please go and check that out. And you can enter twice. You get a YouTube entry and a Instagram entry. So go for it. So I just got a little alert there. No problems there. Imagine they gave Grogu a Viking helmet and a chainmail shirt. More merch for us. Yeah, it needs to be something that a kid can wear. And getting chainmail Beskar pajamas for your newborn. The gang is getting up there. Boba Fennec, the Wookiee, Kasantan, Mando, and probably more. Absolutely. Boba never had any love for the Empire. He just followed the money, and Vader paid well. That's fair. Look, we've all done crap jobs that we don't like for people that are crap bosses, but eventually you just need to pull away from that and find something better. Finally got my Hot Toy Boba. I'm slowing down on Black Series. Yeah. Oh, do you get the 2-pack? You go deluxe, because that is a thing of beauty. I think it was chainmail. I think so too. It just all parts again. Chainmail, parts for a lightsaber hilt. I think that's just what it is. I don't know. Grogu chainmail onesie. Yeah, I don't know. I just get a feeling like there's a reason they showed those rings. Like they were all sort of twisted and unopened like that. Do you know where I can get a Fennec Black Series from Australia? Riro Look says she's sold out. No, I don't. Check some of the websites in my bio, the description of my videos. I've got a bunch of awesome Aussie websites down there. Check them out. And I need to put our work email address in that lot. And keep an eye on that too, because if we can get them in, we will. Because that would be really cool. Yeah, I haven't seen any. Nowhere's got them available yet. So yeah, I guess they're not really sold out. If there's any pre-orders, can sell out, I guess. But yeah, I'd just keep an eye open. Check out the list of websites. They're all great. I've used them all. I recommend all of them. And yeah, it's a great bunch of Aussie toy sellers online. We're very spoiled for choice down here. So I just kick the stool. I'm back. It's okay. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to reorganize my seating position, and I think I must have hit the back button or something, and it took me out. But I am back. I'm here. Everything is good. And amazing when the armorer tells the story of Night of 1,000 Tears. Oh, I was saying before that I just stood there like with mouth open, watching that scene. Watching those bombers fly over, those 50 to 100 TIE bombers, like we've seen them doing bits in Empire Strikes Back, but to see them wreak havoc on a planet like that, it's just wow. And then completely obliterate that city that we spent so much time with in Clone Wars at Rebels, and it was kind of heartbreaking to watch, but it was like, wow, we're actually seeing this happen now. 40th Empire Strikes Back, Boba. Need a model of Mando's new ship ASAP. Get on it, Hasbro. We'll see it in about 18 months. It's weird about the armor for Grogu a while back. I saw an Insta post where someone put a Yoda head on a Mission Fleet Mando. Looked pretty good. Oh, wow. Interesting. Also, N1's Naboo Starfighter HasLab 2023. Make it happen. Make it happen. Just do it now. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to go home, rip the existing N1 Starfighter off the roof and redo it. No. I just read that in Darth Vader's voice. No. Welcome back. All right, guys, I'm probably going to wrap up now. I need to watch this thing again. I'm going to go and have myself a nice cup of coffee. And yeah, I'm going to put this episode on again. So appreciate everyone coming and hanging out tonight. This is a blast. I don't believe an hour went by already. That's crazy. Pretty much. But yeah, appreciate everyone coming and hanging out as always. Again, check out the contest on my YouTube channel and Instagram page. Bring it on. 2 episodes to go of Book of Boba. It's going to be a crazy couple of weeks waiting for those. And all I can say is enjoy the ride, folks. You know, that's part of what it is. Just ride it out and have fun. It's what I'm trying to do with everything in my life, is just have fun. It's just have a good time. I appreciate that, my friend. Always taking care of myself. Always got to. The Naboo ship sold out already. That makes sense. That's the same reason why I can't find a Bantha online. Anywhere. I want one of those old Power of the Force Banthas, and they're just non-existent. Thanks, Linda. Appreciate that. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. Always. Mike, awesome to chat with you, my friend. Let's get you on next week or the week after. Let's do it. Let's get you on for another chat. I was going to have Straight Out of Coruscant on this week. He was going to come on today, but he had a job interview to go to, so he couldn't make it the scheduled time. So all the best to him, and I'll endeavor to get him on for a chat very soon. I'd love to hear his thoughts and catch up with him. He's a good guy. Straight Out of Coruscant. Go and check him out if you haven't followed him already. Yeah, he's a good lad. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Muzza. 5 Red Quell. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out tonight. You guys are awesome. Love you all. And until next time, may the Force be with you all.